So I'm trying to start a solo Fantasy Age campaign, so I'm going to need to create a new character, and for my character concept I'm going to go to Table Fables to create a background. I won't use all these charts because they might start to contradict each other. So that's a 16. You are a foreigner who recently came to this land by boat to seek a good life for yourself. The ways and customs of this new land are alien to you, and you have nothing to your name except the things you carry. Okay. Can have a good think about that. I'm already seeing a sort of a warrior character, maybe, standing on the edge of a boat as it pulls into the harbour of this new land. So we shall go to some of these other charts which may help to flesh that out a bit. Character's father is dead but their mother is alive. Okay. Place of birth, we already know it's a foreign land. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that or the others. So let's have a look at these other charts. We could go for a name. 54. Lorke. Alright, that's not too bad, that'll do. Now, disabilities and character quirks, we could try that. Unless it's weird. Completely fearless and reckless. Okay, let's bear these things in mind. Now we're going to go through rolling our abilities, and we are able, under the default rules, to swap two of them around if we don't like them. So 3d6 for each one. We consult the chart to see what the 3d6 result actually means. So we'll see how we get on. So that is a 12, which equals 2. Communication, oh gosh, 6. We have a 0 in communication. 13 is 2. Dexterity, 11, so that equals 1. Fighting, 8, not as much as I'd hoped. 0, we might not be a warrior then. We could still swap, oh gosh, 5. That equals -1 for intelligence. Perception, okay, 13, which is 2. Strength, 8, that's 0, isn't it? And willpower. Oh gosh, we're not doing really well. Okay. I might swap a couple around. I might swap fighting and constitution. Yeah, fighting and constitution, I'll swap those. And I think I want to be a human. So, as a human, I add 1 to my fighting ability. I can pick dexterity riding or constitution swimming. I think I would probably be, I'm thinking of sort of a desert traveling people. So I think I'm gonna put riding. I think that would make sense. So, so I have a focus in riding. 1 to fighting, so that's 3. Oops. And my speed is 10 plus dexterity. So dexterity is 1, so that's, my speed is 11 until I get some armor. I can speak the common tongue. I roll twice on human benefits. So let's have a look. 7 is +1 to Constitution, that's nice. After I used it as my dump stat. And another time. 11, that is, I have accuracy focus of brawling. Cool. And I think what I'm going to do with the name is use the name of my one of my DCC Lankmar characters who went through the Madhouse Meet. So this will be Muharib, and this is the continuation of his adventures, his travels in other lands. Social class. Okay. 6, he is upper class. Right. So perhaps he's going to have a prominent position in his community, but he's going out into the world to gain experience of other cultures and such. Upper class backgrounds, let's have a look. 6, that is a squire, or the equivalent for his community. So he's good at sort of, when they say heraldry, he'd be good at knowing about the history of his community and such, and he knows about battles. Okay, military law. So yeah. When they say squire, what exactly do they mean? How can we interpret that? There are many knights in the world, and all of them need help taking care of their mounts, cleaning their armour, sharpening weapons, and doing whatever else the knight asks. That is the role of the squire. In exchange for all that work, you get to learn what it takes to become a knight yourself. That day may be far off or very near. So that's, perhaps he was the assistant to a great warrior, and now he's gone off on his own to try and emulate the warrior he used to help out. So I'll sort of go with that. I think it feels very European medieval centric, and I'm thinking this guy's a bit more not so European centric, because he's coming in from what I imagine is like the eastern lands in Lankmar. So yeah, we'll go with that. He used to help out a great warrior, and now he wants to become a great warrior to emulate his the guy he used to help. So it was a choice between heraldry or military law. So I'll go with military law. So I know I definitely want to be a warrior. So our primary abilities are Constitution, Dexterity, Fighting and Strength. Secondary are Accuracy, Communication, Intelligence, Perception and Willpower. Our starting health is 30 plus Constitution, which is 1, plus D6, so 31, 32. Okay, our health is 32. Right, now weapon groups, brawling plus any 3 of the following. We've already got brawling, haven't we? But that's in our weapons group as well, as being a focus. Yeah, so I would like him to have heavy blades and light blades, I think, and bows. Heavy blades, light blades and bows. So heavy blades, light blades and bows. He's trying to see himself as a bit of a sword master, I think. And as well as the these skills here, armour, we're going to take archery style and two-handed style, because I'm sort of starting to see him with a rather large two-handed sword that he's going to beat up the baddies with. So that's what we get for level 1. We start automatically with novice armor training. Money wise, we start with 100 plus 3d6 and 112. Cool. Okay, our defense is 10 plus dexterity plus shield bonus if applicable, which it isn't yet, so got 11 for defense at the moment. Goals and ties we can look at. I'll have a think about that later. And let's try and buy some toys. So I would need a strength of 3 or more to do two-handed weapon style. So yeah, let's go with single weapon style. I have a perception of 2 or more, which is what I need. So yeah, those are some neat little abilities for us to play with. So we've been shopping. Our strength isn't going to help us do damage to people. That's why I've got a short sword, because the other bladed weapons require far more strength than I've got. And we've got some, rope, lantern, bedroll, flint and steel to start our adventuring career. And as we arrive at this port town, we need to find out what we've got to do, what is our goal here. So go with Rory's story cubes, the actions set, and let's have a look. Now I'm already thinking that the warrior which Muharib saw as some sort of role model has been captured here in this land, and they may have been attacked and then captured. Perhaps they were attacked unawares. It was a surprise attack, because maybe they'd found out something, and so they are now in prison. And we need to find out where they are and rescue them. Okay. So I'm going to say that Muharib is the he was a warrior who knew Prince Aha from his native land, and that is another one of my Lankmar characters. So and he's heard that the prince has been kidnapped. So he's been sent to try and rescue him, and find out where he is, and find out what happened, and rescue him. So as we approach this port city, we hear the seagulls flying overhead of these quite tall buildings, I'm thinking, bleached white by the sun. And there are a few people milling around on the docks, and people pushing carts about and that kind of thing in the fish market and so on. And we arrive at the jetty. We disembark the ship, and we make our way into the town to try and find some lodgings and to start our investigation.